Havel is one of the members of Gwyn's clan and one of the gods of Anor Londo. Havel was the comrade in arms of Lord Gwyn and fought alongside him during the war against the ancient dragons. To testify to the immense strength of the warrior, Havel went so far as to use as a weapon an enormous hammer created from the tooth of a slain dragon which, as the body of primordial dragons was made of hard rock, would never break and granted its wielder the power to resist both the flame and magic that came from the dragon's jaws. Similarly, his great shield and incredibly heavy armor were sculpted from a massive rock, as this was what made up the body of dragons, giving their owner tremendous weight and defense power. The great hammer created from a dragon's tooth and the shield infused with its magical power became legendary objects and holy relics of Havel himself, and he became known with the title of Rock-like. Just like the other gods of Anor Londo, like Gwyndolin, Guinevere, Lloyd, and Velka, Havel had a religious order and priests around him. Because he had an intense hatred for Seath, the scaleless grandfather of sorcery and his sworn enemy, Havel hated sorcery too and developed the great magic barrier miracle to fight and counter sorcerers, conveying it to his priest and allowing them to create a strong magical protective membrane that would greatly reduce magical damage. A simplified version of this miracle in the form of magic barrier, which required less faith from the user but also granted less defense against magic, was generalized for the convenience of the Way of White, giving simple cleric warriors a good defense against magic, as all the priests of Havel should have and remained in use during the reign of Allfather Lloyd. Havel's incredible strength inspired large numbers of men to follow him. The warriors that adhered to him emulated their idol by wearing equally heavy armor carved from rock and magic rings that allowed them to carry heavier weight with pleasure, and for this reason took the name of the hero, who inspired their wielders. Thanks to their legendary strength, Havel's knight became known for the fact that they never flinched and never retreated but always crushed those that opposed them. After Gwyn linked the first flame, Gwyn's firstborn son was dethroned and exiled, and nearly all of the other deities abandoned Anor Londo. Havel's fate remained unknown. A suit of the armor worn by Havel's knights, along with the great hammer and great shield that were considered his holy relics, was preserved in the main cathedral of Anor Londo, hidden along with a club infused with the power of the occult to be more capable of slaying the gods. One of his knights that was still in Lotr turned into a hollow and was locked away by a dear friend inside a stone cell in the basement of the watchtower of the undead burg.